Let's talk about opportunity cost today. The basic premise lies in the fact that since resources are limited or scarce, every time we have to make a choice about how to use a resource, we are also choosing to forgo other options. When we economists use the term opportunity cost of a resource, it means the value of the next highest alternative use of that resource. A fundamental principle of economics is that every choice has an opportunity cost. If you sleep through your class, the opportunity cost is the learning you miss. If you choose to marry one person, you give up the opportunity to marry anyone else. The opportunity cost is all around us. The core idea behind opportunity cost is that the cost of one item is the lost opportunity to do or consume something else. In short, opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative. This is more or less an idea of a trade off. It has to be noted that opportunity costs are more than costs that are purely monetary in nature. For example, if you spend your time watching a movie and if your next best alternative is reading a book, then the opportunity cost of seeing the movie is the money spent on the movie plus the pleasure you forgo by not reading the book. Suppose a person can spend 12 hours of his time either studying or sleeping. So, here, as you can see, are the combination of two activities, that is, leisure and work, that a person can devote his time into. If he spends all 12 hours in leisure activity, he gets 0 hours to study. And if he spends 10 hours in leisure activity, the remaining 2 hours is spent on studying. Here, studying is his next best alternative to leisure. This sacrifice or the replacement of leisure time by the study time can go on till he devotes all the 12 hours to studying. In general, the equation to calculate opportunity cost is opportunity cost of good Y is equal to sacrifice of good X divided by gain in good Y. So, in the first row, he doesn't sacrifice his leisure time, so the opportunity cost of study time is irrelevant. From the second row, he keeps on sacrificing 2 hours of his leisure time for studies in the same proportion, as in 10, 8, 6, 4, and so on. That is why the opportunity cost remains constant. Here, the ratio of the change in sacrifice of good X, which is leisure, to the gain in good Y, which is study, remains the same all throughout the table. This is the graphical representation of the same. It shows the different combinations of choices in study and leisure time faced by the consumer. He can spend the 12 hours either in leisure or in studies, as represented by A and F, and the other combinations like 10-2, 8-4, 6-6, 4-8, etc., which is represented by B, C, D, and E. Now, if we find the slope of this line, since this is a straight line, it is obvious that the slope remains constant. And the slope can be found out by calculating the ratio of change in vertical intercept by the ratio of change in horizontal intercept. For example, if we take point B, the slope will be sacrifice in leisure hours by gain in study hours, which is equal to 12 minus 10 divided by 2 minus 0, which is 1. It has to be noted that opportunity costs are nothing but the slope of the line. The opportunity cost of leisure is exactly equal to the number of hours that can be gained from studying, and hence we call it constant opportunity cost. I hope this concept is clear. Thank you.